friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my experience completing the 75 hard challenge. If you follow me on TikTok, you have probably seen my 75 vlogs from the challenge. I did vlog every single day, so if you want to check any of those out, you can go ahead over to my TikTok. I have like a 75 hard playlist on there. But otherwise, I just want to get right into the video. I'm just going to be sharing kind of my experience and some tips that I have if you are either doing 75 hard right now or if you're considering doing it. 75 hard is a 75-day long challenge where you must complete a set of tasks every single day. These tasks include 2 45-minute workouts every day. One has to be outdoors. You must drink 1 gallon of water, read 10 pages of any nonfiction book. You cannot drink any alcohol. You must follow a diet and stick to it, and you must take 1 daily progress photo. Also, if you do not complete any of these tasks even one time, you have to start back over at day 1. I started 75 hard on February 16th and I finished on May 1st, so I finished exactly a week ago. I'm going to talk about each of the tasks in order from the easiest for me personally to the most difficult tasks. Interesting enough, the easiest task for me was drinking 1 gallon of water, which I definitely thought this would kind of be the hardest, honestly. Let's just say I didn't get the hype with the emotional support water bottle until I started this challenge. One of my best tips for you if you are drinking 1 gallon of water every day, just get a cup. Find out how many of that cup equals 1 gallon. So I discovered that 4 1/5 of these Stanleys is 1 gallon. So I had to drink 4 and then like this much every day in order to get in my water intake. I actually think one of the worst things you could do, which people might disagree with me on this, is buy one of those humongous water bottles that is like already 1 gallon, and like that's just not realistic to carry around everywhere you go all day. And when you see like this huge gallon of water that you like know you still have so much to drink, it just is going to make it so much harder for you. Just keep a mental tally every day, or even like get a post-it note and put it on here and like cross out which water bottle you're on for the day is like my best advice. It was definitely very hard at first, and I remember the first like 3 days being so unbelievably bloated, and I was like, if this is how this entire challenge is going to be, I just can't be this bloated all the time. But I quickly discovered that bloating kind of just went away and I just started feeling normal again. Like at first I literally felt all day like I was just like so full on liquid, but my body got so used to it so quickly and I ended up really loving to drink this much water. Drinking a lot of water also really helps with any hunger cravings you have that are just like your body telling you that you're thirsty, because before 75 hard I probably didn't even drink like a full water bottle in one day. So that has definitely changed a lot for me. Now being a week out, I have been drinking at least like 3/4 of a gallon every day. I need to wash this thing. It's with me everywhere. The second easiest portion of 75 hard for me was the diet portion, and that is because I chose a diet that definitely set me up for success. I think it's really important to think about what is actually realistic in your life. The diet I decided to go with was to get in 115 grams of protein every single day. You're supposed to get in around like a 1/2 gram to 1 full gram of protein worth your body weight each day. Does that make any sense? So realistically, like I should be getting in anywhere from like 100 grams of protein to like 135 grams of protein. So I just settled for like a nice happy medium that I knew would be effective but still doable. There were definitely some days where I was like chugging milk at the end of the night, but I didn't restrict myself from any like just sweets and things that I eat on a normal basis. I still honestly was like full all the time because I was drinking so much water and because I was eating like such high in protein foods already, that like I really never ate that bad, to be honest. I saw such a change, like honestly instantly in the gym from eating that much protein. If you don't follow my TikTok where I post like most of my content, I am kind of obsessed with lifting. Eating enough protein every day is what will get you results in the gym. Like you will start putting on muscle like no other, and honestly like that combination of like eating enough protein finally and going to the gym every day, it just like made such a difference in my body. So speaking of going to the gym, third task that I found to be the easiest was the indoor 45-minute workout every day. So I've been lifting for about 1.5 years, as in like lifting consistently, where I'm like going to the gym 4 to 5 times a week and lifting. But I've definitely gone in and out of being really into it. From like September through January, I was kind of just like in this rut where some days I would only go to the gym like 3 times a week. I was not seeing any progress in my body because I was not eating working right at all. I was not getting my protein in, and I was just not being consistent enough in the gym. So with 75 hard, since you have to do 2 workouts every day and one can be indoors, I chose to lift as my indoor workout. I started lifting 5 to 6 times a week every single week. There was a few weeks where I lifted 7 times a week, which you're like not supposed to do that. You're supposed to give yourself rest days. But I quickly discovered that 45 minutes feels like a really long time if you're doing some kind of exercise that you don't like, aka if you hate cardio and you despise running on the treadmill or even walking on the treadmill, that 45 minutes will feel eternal. So because I knew that I already loved lifting, I just don't even look at the clock whenever I'm there, and most of the time I'll be there for like an hour and a half. I would actually love to make a separate video on like my weekly split kind of that I do and walk you through some of my workouts. Maybe I'll do that like next week. But honestly, this part like made me fall in love with the gym again, and I saw so much change in my body. I put on so much muscle, and I just feel really good about it. And now like I absolutely love going to the gym, and that won't stop anytime soon. But since you have to do a workout every single day, and like I said, I didn't lift every single day. There was like 2 or 1 days of the week that I wasn't lifting. You still have to do another 45-minute exercise. My parents have the Lululemon mirror. They got it like 2 years ago, and I never really tried it until I started 75 hard. I'm just like not an at-home workout kind of girl. Like I feel like personally for me, I need to get up, I need to go to the gym, and my workouts just like don't feel effective unless I go to the gym for some reason. But I started doing more of the Lululemon mirrors, so I would do 1 or 2 of those every week, and they have like all different kinds of classes that you can do, like different times and all of that. I did Pilates, I did yoga, I even did like a dance cardio class, which was like fun and like helped the time pass a lot faster. I definitely didn't like look forward to doing these workouts as much as I looked forward to going to the gym, and there were some days where like it was the last thing I wanted to do was to like go in the basement and do like a Pilates class for 45 minutes. I was just like, no, thank you. But I got it done. The next task I kind of struggled with was the completely cutting out alcohol. I'm 23 years old. I'm not in college anymore, and I'm just like not someone who goes out all the time. Like I feel like a lot of people that are my age still go out every single weekend. That's definitely not me. I probably went out and was like in a drinking scenario maybe like 4 or 5 times throughout 75 hard, maybe more than that. But it was definitely a little annoying to not be able to drink, but it wasn't like the end of the world. I just kind of was assigned DD. I think there was definitely some times where like I just craved the taste of like a nice cold drink, but it wasn't like that difficult to cut out. 2 days ago, I had like my first drink since being sober for like almost 3 months, and it was like interesting because I was like, you know what, this is not anything that great. Like I really was not missing out. The alcohol portion is definitely like very personal to you and to how much you drink, and I kind of felt like at first I was like, there's no way I'm not gonna be able to drink for that amount of time. And again, that's why I didn't want to do this challenge over the summer, because I know that like I'll drink more in the summer. We go out a lot more and just do more fun things, and I just didn't want to have to restrict myself like that. Like, I just want to be able to enjoy my summer. So quitting alcohol from like February to May was like, who even goes out like February to May? Like it's just like kind of the time of the year that just worked for me. You do have to take a daily progress photo. I feel like this is like a really insignificant task. I did download the 75 hard app. I will show you what it looks like if I didn't delete it. You have to pay for it. I think it's like $5. The nice thing about the app is that it will let you upload your progress photo like right to the app, so you can like take it in the app also. When I started the challenge, I'm like, honestly, I don't really want to show you my progress photos. The app looks like this though, and it gives you like each day, and you can like click on each day and it will show all your tasks. Like, so this is what it did look like though, whenever I was completing it. So like it'll say your first workout, and once you finish it, you can just check it off right there. And then for progress photo, you can just like take the picture and add it right in. Having this app was definitely a little helpful just so that I made sure I got in every task every day, because there was a few times where like I didn't read and then it was like literally midnight and I was checking off my tasks and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot to read today. So then I'll just go ahead and read before like the night's over, before the day's over. So that definitely helped to have the app. It's definitely not essential though, but it will also keep you on track of what day you're on, because you'll probably lose in your head like which day you're actually on. Like the first week I took like a legit progress photo, like, you know, where I set up a little timer camera and like stood against a blank wall, and then like I got so lazy with it that like I ended up just like taking them in the mirror, like super lazy, like literally at 11 o'clock at night before the day was over. And I was like, I don't even care what these progress photos look like because they're just honestly not accurate for me anymore. But I just like did the task because it was a task that I had to do. Another one of the tasks is to read 10 pages of any nonfiction book. You'd think this was one of the easiest tasks, but it honestly was like just the most annoying. Like, first of all, nonfiction books are boring. I did kind of get excited for it at the beginning because I'm not a reader. Like, I really have not read a full book since I was like in middle school. So it definitely got me a little bit more into reading, and it was nice to like take the time to read these books that I wouldn't have been reading if I wasn't doing the challenge. And now it like makes me want to read more because I definitely do enjoy reading books. I did read about 3.5 books throughout the challenge, and honestly, I don't have much more to say. Nonfiction books are just pretty boring, to be honest. The last task that I'm going to be talking about is the 45-minute outdoor workout. So with this task, I feel like 75 Hard, they don't really give you like guidelines on like exactly what this like 45-minute workout has to be. Because I got a few comments that people were like, oh, all you did was go on a walk. And I'm like, a walk is still a workout. Like, I was walking 2.5 miles every day. Like, that's definitely something that is adding to my life to make me be more active. So personally for me, kind of like the guidelines I went along was any movement for 45 minutes that was outside and that was intentional. So you could do kind of anything you want as long as you're not counting just like being outside. Like if you're like fishing, like that's not working out, you know? So it has to be something that is like movement is what I personally counted. So almost every day I chose to do a 45-minute outdoor walk with my mom, and it was definitely really helpful to have like somebody do it along with me just because it got me out the door. Like there were definitely days where I was like, I'm not doing this right now. So having someone to push you to not quit honestly felt like essential to me. There were days where like I was really, really busy and I was like working all day, or I had something going on and it was like 6 o'clock at night and it was literally like the sun was setting and like it was cold outside and rainy. I was exhausted and hungry and I didn't want to do it, but we sucked it up and we did it anyway. And to me, that was the most physically challenging portion of 75 Hard, to tell yourself like you have to do this or else you're gonna fail. We did also bring my dogs for the walk most of the time, and they definitely enjoyed that, like getting to go out in the park every day. Some of the other forms of exercise that I did do, because there were a few days where I didn't want to go on a walk, we tried tennis, outdoor yoga, I went golfing one day, and the reason I counted that was because I golfed for like over 2 hours. So even though like there was moments where I was just sitting, like there was also a lot of moments where I was moving and it was a lot longer than 45 minutes. So I counted that as just like one 45-minute exercise. We kind of got used to like planning ahead of time. Okay, tomorrow let's go on a walk at 10 a.m. And that definitely helped to like kind of plan ahead and not just like leave it to the very end of the day every day. So if you're able to find someone to do your outdoor workout with and just someone to like help hold you accountable, that definitely can make it a lot easier for you. Something about 75 Hard that like I didn't love was the fact that the workouts all had to be 45 minutes long. When I started 75 Hard, I thought to myself, I definitely want to try running a few days as my outdoor exercise. Like, okay, I'll run a few miles this day. But with the way the workouts are set up, they're time-based. So you could do like the laziest workout you want, and that would still count just as much as running 10 miles would count, because it's about the time, not about like the calories burned or like how much you were actually putting into that exercise. So I kind of would have preferred, honestly, if instead of it being like a time-based workout, I would prefer that it was like based on like your exertion of energy, if that makes any sense. You must burn 300 calories in this workout and then that's it, or whatever, you know what I mean? Because there was days where I did not have time for 45 minutes and I would have loved to just be able to go for like a 2-mile run, get that over with in half the time, and then that was it. They just want to make this as difficult as possible for you, I swear. So lastly, I just want to say I would recommend 75 Hard to anyone who really just wants to like build daily habits. I'm the kind of person where like I feel like if I don't go all in with something, then I just won't commit to it. Like if I tell myself, oh, I'll go to the gym every day for 30 days, or I'll get my protein in, like I won't actually do it unless something is holding me accountable, and 75 Hard holds you accountable. Also, having a place to document my process like TikTok really changes the game, because then you kind of have people watching you that are actually holding you accountable. When I started the challenge, I told myself if I fail fail, then I'm just quitting. Like, I'm not going to do this over again because that sounds absolutely horrible. So for me, it was like all or nothing. I have to stick to this. And I definitely did. Literally on day 4, I got food poisoning from eating bad chicken. I managed to somehow go on like a really slow walk. I managed to do like a very slow yoga class, and I got my tasks done. There was also a few days where I was in Florida on vacation, and that was kind of annoying because on that portion, it was like really hard for me to get enough protein because I wasn't just like eating from home. Like, I had to eat out all my meals. That was really difficult. There's definitely going to be things that come up that really challenge you and make you think, will I be able to get through this day without failing? But ultimately, the feeling at the end of each day when you didn't quit, even though your circumstances might have been absolute crap, it feels so good to actually follow through with that. I hope you've enjoyed this little series that I've done on YouTube about 75 hard. Definitely leave any questions in the comments if you have any for me. I did get a comment that was someone asking if I would do 75 hard again, and no, I would not. I've committed my life to it once and I'm good. I think at the end of the day, the thing it taught me the most was the power of commitment and sticking to something every single day. You will see progress. You will see a change in your life, not just physically, but mentally also. You'll learn new things for yourself that feel therapeutic, like how the gym has really become that for me. And before this challenge, I would definitely dread going to the gym most of the time, but finally seeing like results really changed the game for me. And I can't imagine like where I'd be right now if I hadn't done 75 hard. Like, I don't think I would be at all in the same position as I am right now. I'd probably be dreading going to the gym every day. I would not be eating a good diet, none of that. Anyways, that is all I have to say for this video. Leave any of your comments, questions, all of that down below, and I will get around to answering it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.